Alright, so this is a 1990 Jeep Grand Wagoneer, and the tailgate on these works such that you have to have the glass down before you can get the tailgate to come down. And on this specific unit, the glass likes to go up actually pretty easily and doesn't like to come down. You gotta kind of help it come down, which is kind of annoying. So we're gonna take it apart, see what's going on, see if we can get it fixed. Pretty serious inconvenience because everybody likes to hang out on the back of these, and obviously you can't do that with the glass not working. So we're gonna check it out. All right, well, fast forward here, we got the carpet taken off, just some Phillips screws, and then also this cover that goes right here, again, Phillips screws. And then we are going to cheat and lie to the vehicle that the door is shut, and then that will allow the window to extend, and so we can actually start trying to get this thing out of here. Alright, so we removed 5 screws all in various locations right here, and you have to time you have to run this up and down so that you actually can get to the holes. Like one of them's right here, and you have to time it just right till you get there. So anyway, just kind of one of those things you gotta fiddle with for a second. Alright, so we're on the outside here. This is the actual latch that operates the window, makes it go up and down. Well, anyway, you got to take this off, and these screws were a tamper-resistant screw that obviously was rusted and didn't work. So we took a drill bit and started in the center, and now we're going to take a larger bit and drill the head right off of this thing. Alright, so I just went in here with, we got the window up quite a ways, and then I just went in here with this needle nose and grabbed that snap clip right off the end of that stud. And so now I got this, and we'll do it on the other side too. Alright, well, we skipped forward. We needed all hands on deck here, but basically this piece pulls right out. You don't have to remove any weather strip or anything else. Once you get it disconnected from the regulator, then you can actually just pull it right out, and it'll come just sliding right out. So that's what we got right now. We're gonna try and see what actually was wrong here. Alright, so we got the regulator out, and you can see right here on this actual end piece, you can see there's a slot sawed right in the side of that right there. You can see that is like sawed. That should be round. There's a big slot cut in there, and that's on both sides, of course, of the regulator. And that corresponds with, there's a slot right here where there's a little indentation. You can see maybe right there. You can see, like by my middle finger right here, you can see where it's raised right there, and then again over here you can see where it's kind of wore out right here. So anyway, the bottom piece of this glass probably needs to be fixed, and then also the end piece of this regulator needs to be fixed. So we're gonna see about parts and see if we can do something about it. We pulled the little bottom runner piece off of the glass here, and just be careful. We use some channel locks and some gloves. Pulled this thing off, and now we'll get the glass all cleaned up and ready for the new bottom piece. Alright, so we have a bunch of new parts from BJ's Off-Road. We got the tailgate wipe on the outer and the inner, and then this is the little frame piece that goes on the bottom of the rear window. Then also we have a lifter seal right here, and then the new pins for the end of the regulator. So between these parts, hopefully we can get this thing put back together. Almost forgot, here is the inner track that the window slides on. Got 2 more of those. Alright, so with this screw right here and this screw here, you can get the track out. Just these 2 little stubby screws go through here, and they hold that track inside of the tailgate. So we got new tracks. We're gonna get those put on right now. Alright, so the new tracks are in place. You can see that, just 2 screws, nice and easy. It's straight, so the side doesn't matter, just 2 screws. And we'll keep moving on. All right, so our glass is cleaned, and then we got our new bottom frame put on, and then they send this little seal on a roll. You just roll it out, start with one side and kind of work your way across. It was very easy. Everything's on there nicely, and it looks good. So we're gonna roll with this. You know, we center the bottom rail on the window, and now we can work on the tailgate. Now we're gonna remove the outer seal and the inner seal. Both of these are pretty crunchy, so we're gonna get those removed and make sure that our new pieces inside the door don't get rusty. Alright, so we have the regulator here, and the pins on the ends of the regulator are worn out. You can see there's little slots that are worn on the top. You can see it's like been sawing into the pin. So we're going to replace those pins with an aftermarket one by grinding off the back side of this formed pin. We'll grind that off. Same on this other side. Grind this guy off so that we can replace the pins on this regulator. So the new pins are mounted. You can see these springs work good. You can see those retract really nicely, and that is all set up correctly. Now we'll just put them in, and then you slip the little clip over the top of this, and the window will be in. All right, so we got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws in. Everything's in place. The regulator's back in. We plugged it in. It works. This one is for our heated glass, although one of the leads is broke. That was this other side, I think. So anyway, we're gonna just put back together what we have and see how it works. All right, so once you get the window slid in and you get the seal kind of decent, then you go and you align these arms so that the pins go through from the bottom side. The pin will come up underneath through that hole from the bottom up. And then you go and slip your little clips on the top, one on each side, and now it's in there. We'll give her a shot. Alright, so the Jeep project is basically done here, and all the window seals and products and everything were purchased from BJ's Off-Road. I would give them like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Very good customer service. There was a little bit of an issue with the little side tracks. Each side was back ordered, but that happens. That's part of 2022 still. So they were very nice in calling multiple times and just confirming that it was being produced. It's just one of those deals you gotta wait for. So that was really nice of them. You don't find that very often. And then also the parts worked great. The parts, everything looked good and fit together really nicely. Finally, with BJ's, when we called originally to order, I ordered 2 of the little side pins. There's the pin on each end of the regulator. Ordered 2 of those, and they were kind enough to call back and be like, hey, are you sure you need 2? Because they come in a kit. Would have been very easy for them to just sell us the whole kit twice, and so they were super cool about just watching out for the customer, so good on them.